What's up, y'all? Night Runner here. We're doing something a little bit different on our video today. Today I'm going to pass down some stretches to you that I learned from my physical therapist when I was dealing with sciatica. First off, obviously it should go without saying, but in case it doesn't, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. The advice that I'm giving you today is based off of secondhand information I received from my physical therapist almost 20 years ago. However, what I can say is by diligently following the stretches that I'm about to show to you on a daily routine, eventually I overcame my problems with sciatica. So if you've clicked on this video, chances are you already know how awful of a condition sciatica is for human beings. For me personally, I was 23 years old when I was dealing with it. It was equally uncomfortable to sit or stand. When I would stand up from a sitting position, I would have pain shooting down my leg. My leg would also feel like it was asleep. It would take time to wake up every time I would get up from a sitting position. I ended up having to sleep on the floor for the better part of probably 2 years, as the dent in the bed was too much to handle for my lumbar region. A big part of my recovery was using lumbar support in any chair that I sat on, not sitting like I am now, but lumbar support. So that all being said, I absolutely 100% understand the agony that is sciatica, the condition of sciatica. That's why I wanted to make this video. I've made these videos for friends in the past, just off of my laptop or off of my phone, or just like I've written instructions out. But I wanted to actually take the time and effort to make a more detailed, comprehensive video about the exercise routine that I used to overcome sciatica. Again, this was almost 20 years ago. I just turned 43 years old. And for the most part, I lived my life sciatica free. Learning these exercises definitely sent me down a path of using preventative maintenance in order to keep my lower back as healthy as possible. And for me, a lot of that preventative maintenance starts with a core strength, starts with, doing different exercises to tighten your core. As I will mention multiple times in the video, core strength, using my core, was probably the root and key component of overcoming the condition of sciatica. There's really no pain like the nerves in your back shooting down your leg. I don't envy anybody in this position, in this situation of having to deal with sciatica, which is again why I wanted to make this video today, to hopefully help anyone out there that is hurting. And again, please remember, I am not a doctor. This is secondhand information from a physical therapist, but I do want to assure everyone that these stretches were part of a routine given to me by a physical therapist. So without further ado, let's get ourselves into some of these stretches here. All right, everyone. Today we're going to start in the downward dog position. All right, friends, before we get into our stretches, I want to talk about a couple of fundamental things when it comes to sciatica. The first thing being that your core plays such an important part in dealing with your sciatic nerve. Your core muscles are what end up keeping your back flat, and therefore your sciatic nerve being in a place where it's supposed to be. Chances are that if you're dealing with sciatica, it's as a result of either a little bit of an alignment problem or perhaps some inflammation as well. So the core muscles play an integral part in keeping everything lined up, allowing your back to release the sciatic nerve from whatever position it's ended up in to where you're feeling it, and it's potentially running down your leg, running up and down your back. That being said, it's very important that when you are dealing with sciatica, it's important to engage your core muscles before doing really anything, whether it's just picking something up or, moving around, changing positions, going from sitting to standing. The important thing is to engage your core muscles first. And so it's important to take a moment to consciously do that before doing anything. Say I need to reach for something over there, engage my core muscles, turn my body, pick it up. If I wanted to pet the cat, engage my core muscles, reach over, pet the cat. The other thing I want to address before we get into our stretches is the importance of breathing when doing any stretch. You know, this is something I've learned from yoga practices. You want to get deeper into your stretch when you're exhaling. So you begin by inhaling and then start to get deep into the stretch and then exhale as you are getting deeper into the stretch. All right, that all being said, let's get to our sciatic stretches. First stretch we're gonna get into, it's not really a stretch at all. We're just gonna be laying on our back for a second here. When you're dealing with sciatica, this can be the biggest relief you feel after having to work or be up on your feet. Sometimes it's just nice to lay on the ground and take a moment to sort of feel a little bit of relief from the pressure that being on your, being on your feet or being out in public puts on somebody who's dealing with sciatica. So what I like to do in this position is I like to sort of just flex, rather than stretch, just sort of flex my ab muscles or engage my core so I can feel my core kind of flattening my back down. So kind of like a stretch, I'll kind of take a breath in. And then as I'm breathing out, engage my core, exhale, and then sort of, feel my back, feel my core pressing against my back, against that nerve. If you're dealing with sciatica, chances are that when you engage your core in this position, you are going to feel it. You're gonna feel it up and down your legs. Hopefully that won't be a terribly painful situation. It may be a situation where it hurts for a while, but will improve over time. But it is most likely a stretch that needs to occur in order to help the situation along. Breathing in, engaging my core. Breathing out. All right, now that I'm in this position right here, I'm going to bring my knees together here. And what we're gonna be doing is putting our knees to either side. I'm gonna start to my right while keeping my shoulders on the ground. Don't forget to breathe as you get deeper into the stretch. So we're gonna inhale, and as I exhale, I'm gonna bring myself down into the stretch here. Breathing in, sinking deeper into the stretch as I exhale. I'm gonna do one more. And I'd probably recommend doing 3 deep breaths total while on either side of the stretch. So now we're gonna move to the other side. Deep breath in. And as I exhale, we're gonna get into our stretch right here. Breathing in. Falling deeper into the stretch as I exhale. One more time. There it is. Feels good. Always remember to move in and out of these stretches slowly. Take it easy on you and your body. It's all about showing some love to your body. Once again, we lay on our backs, knees up in this position. Now what we're gonna be doing is we're going to be lifting our pelvis up, kind of like we're humping the air. You get what I'm saying. Now, it may seem counterintuitive. We're gonna be doing our breathing on this stretch. And as our waist is getting higher, we're going to be exhaling. So, deep breath in. Going up into the stretch. Deep breath. And we get further into the stretch as we exhale. Putting our hips up. I like to do 3 deep breaths for all these stretches. We're gonna be doing 3 sets of those. So coming back down again, slowly. Once again, deep breath in. Luna's helping. From this stretch, now I like to get into our half push-up stretches here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be flipping over on our stomachs. All right. Again, move in and out of these stretches slowly, take it easy. You know, there's no need to jerk your body around if you're dealing with sciatica. You're already dealing with enough. Take it easy on your body. All right. Now we're gonna go into just half push-ups again. Deep breath in, and as I exhale, I'm going to get myself up into the push-up position. Again, breathing in and out, going deeper into the stretch. Right now I'm feeling a little bit of cramping here on my right foot, which means 2 things. Number 1, I haven't been drinking enough water. And number 2, I'm still, dealing with sciatica problems that I've had before. I'm gonna start and do another one here. Breathing in and out on the up. Holding in place. 3 breaths. Going down slowly. 3 sets of those, remembering to take 3 deep breaths while in the stretch. All right, for our next stretch, we're gonna be bringing out 2 to 3 or even 4 pillows. This is the only stretch where you'll need anything besides your yoga mat here. So what we're gonna be looking for with our pillow stretches here is you're going to want to get the top of your pillow just on the bottom of your rib cage here. That's where you're gonna wanna line it up about. So top of your pillow or pillows should be about lined up with the top of your rib cage. Move back, make sure I'm in frame here. All right, so we're gonna settle down on that money spot right here. All right. 2 things are gonna happen with this stretch. It is going to require a little bit of strength because you have to keep your balance. Your hands are gonna go behind your back, and your chin is going to go to your chest. You're gonna be going down and up. Don't forget to breathe. Going to be doing 3 sets of these. Slowly breathing, you should feel it through your legs, in your feet. All right, so the next stretch we're gonna work on is stabilization exercises. And this goes back to talking about engaging our core before we do anything. And this is going to be kind of a practice of engaging your core before doing certain movements. And I think it's also meant to sort of tie the different nerves and muscles together. And it works on just getting everything back in the right position. Sciatica occurs because something is out of position. Something is pushing that nerve to be where it shouldn't, and you're feeling it in a spot that you normally wouldn't. So we're gonna be back on our back for the rest of these exercises here. All right, again, very important to remember your breathing. So we're going to start with the first stabilization exercise. What you're going to be doing is you are going to engage your core, and you're going to be lifting one leg at a time. So your foot is just maybe 2 to 3 inches off of the ground. You hold that for about 3 seconds, you put it down, you engage your core again, switch feet. Very subtle. Again, engage your core, lift your foot 2 to 3 inches off the ground, hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds, put your foot down. Same thing with your other foot, engage your core, 3 to 5 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. Now we're going to incorporate our arms into these stretches. So now you're going to be putting your arms into the upward position like this. You're going to be doing the opposite arm, opposite leg. So once again, you're going to engage your core, right arm, left foot. Your hand should be also 2 to 3 inches from the ground. Hold it for about 3 seconds, back up. Now we're going left hand, right leg. Engaging the core, holding for about 3 to 5 seconds. Again, don't forget, anytime you're getting yourself up, engage your core first. Move slowly. Roll over if you have to. So that wraps it up for my stretch routine. And again, it's important to remember that it took you a long time to get sciatica. It takes some time and patience to get rid of it as well. And I was able to make improvements by doing these exercises every day for a good length of time, probably 6 months to a year. It's normal to feel a little bit sore and inflamed in your lower back after doing these exercises, especially in the early stages of doing them. So don't hesitate to use ibuprofen or aspirin. Also, don't hesitate to use ice as well. You can ice your lower back and help get that inflammation down so everything can heal a little bit quicker. As always, the most important part to healing of any sort of a condition like this is to have patience with yourself, have patience with your body, and treat yourself gently as if you're injured, because you are. And the only way to get better is to show some self-care and some understanding towards yourself and your body. We can get kind of angry at ourselves when our bodies, sort of fail us in this way and cause us to have to go through everyday life in such discomfort, but it's important to remember that we only have one body, and, we're not gonna make it heal any quicker by getting mad at ourselves or getting mad at our bodies. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that you can take that little piece of advice with you as well. And I hope all of our stretches and routines today end up being helpful as well. Thanks, friends. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Appreciate you.